Hi, I'm Derek, and this is a Windows 10 Beginner's Guide. This guide is for anybody that is new to Windows 10 PC, or maybe somebody that's looking to get a little more familiar with their Windows 10 PC. I'm going to start with the basics, and then it'll get a little more difficult from there. Without further introduction though, let's go ahead and get started. The first item I want to talk about is our desktop. The desktop here is this whole area I'm highlighting. Now the desktop is our main workspace. This is where you'll have all your windows open. It also contains application shortcuts, file shortcuts, folder shortcuts, files maybe you've saved, anything to help you get onto your computer and just get started on what you needed to do. It's built for efficiency. It's made so that you can come on your computer and you're able to get exactly where you want to get going. Now we're going to go ahead and go down to the bottom left here to the Start menu. The Start menu is this 4 flag symbol. We'll go ahead and left click that. Now you'll see this pop up. Now yours may look different depending on the Windows 10 version you're on, or maybe it's laid out a little different, but it should look very similar. Now starting with this button here, we have our power button. This will, if we left click, give us the option to sleep, shut down, or restart. We have our settings, which contains all our computer settings. We can go into a little more depth into that later. Pictures, documents, and then the current user logged in. To the right of that, we have our list of applications currently installed on the computer. And to the right of that, we have our tiles. Now I'm going to just cover the tiles real quick. Once again, they are shortcuts. They're built to be efficient. So you're able to click the Start menu and then get to the program you would like quickly versus having to navigate this list. They also are able to be live tiles, like the weather, for example. You can see shows the current weather. The Mail app will show if you like a current email that maybe came in, and news, and you get it. Now we are able to right click on these icons, unpin from Start, resize, or more. Now unpin from Start, that just means that it will remove the icon from our tile screen here. That doesn't remove it from the computer, nor does it remove it from our Start menu list of applications. We're able to also right click and resize into medium. We could right click, go wide. However you want to make your tiles look and is totally up to you. It's completely customizable. Now, to move a tile like you see I'm doing here, you just left click and hold and then drag the tile where you'd like it to go. So I'd like it to go back here. So I'm left clicking, holding, and dragging, and then I'll let go of the left mouse button and you'll see that it just snaps right there. Once again, this is just so you can organize these how you would like them, or you could right click and unpin from Start to get rid of them. The other thing you'll notice if I left click and drag again is that if I drag down, I'll get into this blue bar here. Now what this blue bar is actually called a name group. These allow you, for example, you see I have Games, Explore, and Create. So these allow you to group together maybe applications that you use more frequently under a name. But what's really nice is once they're in a group, you can actually just click and drag and put them wherever you'd like, and it will move the whole group versus just a single tile. So I'm going to go ahead and move these back up here. You can also left click the double line here to rename it whatever you would like. Okay. And we're going to finish on the Start menu. Now to close the Start menu, if it's open like this, you just can left click anywhere on the desktop and it will go back down and minimize. Now to the right of the Start menu, we have our search field. Now the search field serves a couple of purposes. First, it is Cortana. If you have Cortana set up, she is Microsoft's voice assistant. It's the same as Siri or Google Assistant. They are just there so that you can talk to them to do commands or search for things that you would like. If you press the left microphone button here, you can see it says talk to Cortana, and then you can have her do what you would like. Or you can simply type, like for example, if I wanted to find the calculator, I could just type calc, and you can see before I've even finished, it populates what it thinks is the most likely thing I'm looking for. Could be looking for the calendar, it's listed there, calculators listed, I could search the web, or even settings. Now once again, I'm going to just left click over here to clear my search field. To the right of that, we have our task view, and to the right of that, we have our task bar. Now our task bar contains icons of applications. It's another way of having a shortcut. Now, for example, this is Microsoft Edge. If I right click Microsoft Edge on the taskbar, you'll see that it shows top sites and tasks. I could open a new window, I could launch Microsoft Edge, or I could unpin it from this taskbar. If I just left click on it, it will open the application. You are able to add any program you would like down here. I'm going to show you quickly what is a quick way. We're going to go back to our calculator. You'll see it's open here. Now, since the icon is down here, I can just right click on the calculator in our taskbar and pin to taskbar. Now, you'll see once I close the calculator that it stays there, so that way I can easily access it later. I can also, if you once again left click, hold, and drag, you can position the icons how you would like them. Now, moving on, if we go to the right here, we have our notifications area, along with our notifications tray. Now, this tray, I'm not going to get too much into, but these are essentially applications running in the background, and these icons are here to help provide another shortcut. If I right click on this Bluetooth devices, for example, it gives me some quick options to add a Bluetooth, show Bluetooth. I can open settings versus having to actually go into the settings, go into Bluetooth and adding it. It's just nice and convenient right there. We also have our network icon, which you may see a Wi-Fi icon, which is just a Wi-Fi antenna with the waves going out. Or if you're hardwired, you'll see this icon. To the right of that, we have our speakers. Now, if I left click on the speaker icon, that's how you get your volume. You can adjust it up or down. Left click to mute it. If you see the X and you see it down here, you can see if I mouse over, it says muted. You just left click that speaker to unmute. To the right of that, we have our date and time. And to the right of that, we have our notifications. Now the notifications will show anything like incoming emails, or maybe Windows has an important update or anything like that. It will show up in the notifications area. You'll also see them kind of pop out from the left here on the bottom left, or bottom right, sorry. If something comes in like an email or a notification, it will pop up and come right from the side here. It's just if you missed what that is, you can click here and actually see it in the notifications area. Now, it may be hard to see, but there is a button in this far right. Now, this button here actually minimizes all the windows you have open on your screen. Now, I'm going to just show a quick example of this. So I'm going to open up File Explorer, Calculator, and let's open up Microsoft Edge. And I'll get into more into my next video on how to, do all these minimize, maximizing, and all of that. But for demonstration purposes, I'm just showing you what this button here does. Now, let's say these are all the things that we're working on, right? But there's something on the desktop that I would like to access. Well, I can move this window, or if it's more full than this, like maybe I have these kind of like this, and maybe this is an Excel sheet or maybe a word processing, and I have the news open here. I don't want to, have to minimize each one of these just to get to this icon. What the minimize button in the bottom right does is you'll see if I click it, it brings everything back down to the taskbar. They aren't closed. As you can see, I have the little blue bars indicating that the application is running and there's a current window open. So if I mouse over them, you can see that those windows are still there, but it allows me to access this desktop. And the nice part is if you click it again, it brings everything back as it should. Now, if I were to minimize these and then press the button, it does nothing. That's because it did not minimize any windows. It only works if you use the button to minimize the windows. Then you can do it again. All right, well, I hope this first video wasn't too much information. I will be putting out more videos in this beginner's guide. I plan on doing 10 videos, once again, just increasing in difficulty as we go. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'd love to hear what you guys think and what you have to say. If you like the videos, please like, subscribe, hit the bell for some notifications so that you can be notified when the new video gets released. But otherwise, thank you for watching.